Well, hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing tonight? I got me a little skinny cocktail. Let me wait to see how many people show up for this live. So since we're waiting, because I know I'm going to save this live, I want to show the Dusties what I mean when I say compete. Because they tend to be so offended when I say they're underperforming. They tend to be so bothered by me holding them accountable. So I wanted to give an example because honestly, like these examples are, girl, they slim pickings out here. So I want to show you guys what I mean when I say I want more Black men to compete with other men. So I want to share my screen. I always forget how to do this. Share. Thank you guys for all the birthday wishes. Like that's so, y'all so sweet. Y'all really are. Y'all so sweet. Wait, am I doing which one? Hold on, let me see. Just give me a sec, you guys. I just have to show the Dusties what I mean. I just have to show them what I mean because it's such a great example. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go, let's go. No, I don't want to turn that on. Okay, so I posted this on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you should follow me on Instagram because I'm really active on there. So let me pull this up because I want you guys to see this. Let me share my screen first. Okay. Okay. So, do you guys know who Roland Martin is? Do y'all know who this man is? Honestly, I can't stand him. I think he talks out of the side of his neck because he just talks. He doesn't, I don't really see him do much but talk. And I like men who are more of action than talk. So let me pull it up. And I don't even know who this man is. This is my first time of me hearing of who this man is. And I'm really impressed because he's only 21 years old. And I'm like, wow, he's like really putting these old men who have all the excuses in the world to shame, including Roland Martin. So let me go ahead and play this clip because this is what I mean when I say Dusties need to get out here and compete. Now, Dusties, I've made it very clear on my platform, Dusties come in all shapes, sizes, genders, sexualities. I literally was dealing with a dusty trans Black woman that felt like she should separate herself from the collective, even though she is trying to imitate being a Black woman. So Dusties come in all shapes, shades, sizes, and so forth. So it's Dusty is not for Black men. Dusty can be a Brad and Chad. Dusty can be a woman. And I'll show you a Dusty woman too. But for now, I just want to give the Dusties an example of what it really means to compete within your community and to compete on a level that involves other men. And also another thing that I liked about this video was he was holding Roland Martin accountable. A 21-year-old Black man. So let's go ahead and take a look. Let's watch this.
We have to get out and go do for self in our own communities. So, okay, so define do for self. When I say do for self, you shared one of my tweets, my videos, and I was actually a big fan of yours, but you shared one of my tweets When I said black people need to stop begging the government and go and do for self out in our communities, you shared the video and called me an idiot. I didn't see anything idiotic about that statement at all. So when you say do for self, like what? Explain that. Okay, for example, here in Albany, Georgia, we complain about our school systems a lot. Many of our young men can't read. They have very horrible literacy rates. We don't have any rehab programs here for juvenile offenders. What I decided to do, I started a program 2 years ago, decided to do for self, and I started taking children into my home. I started taking custody of kids from juvenile court, and I started molding them and training them and teaching them skill trades, etc. Now I'm 21 years old. I just purchased a school here in Albany, Georgia to combat us being in the government-funded schools that are not teaching our children what they need to learn. So that's what I mean by do for self, simply getting up and going out and do it. So I beat the stereotype that I'm young, black in America, and I can't do anything because somebody's holding me down. Absolutely not. So a question. Teenagers went and go ahead. Me and some teenagers went and bought a school, and we just bought a school bus simply from going out and doing work. We decided to go fix our own communities. I'm not expecting anything from no politician. I'm not expecting nothing from Donald Trump, Joe Biden, or nobody. We're going to go do it for ourselves, and that's what I believe we need to be doing. I can vote, sure, but nothing's going to change in our community. So you went to get out and do for self in our own communities. So define for self. When I say do for self, you shared one of my tweets, my videos, and I was actually a big fan of yours, but you shared one of my tweets when I said.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hello.
Oh my gosh, you answered the phone?
I'm on live right now, so like, let me call you back. I know why you're calling me though.
I'm just calling to check in, shorty. I don't know what's going on, but hey, you don't talk.
Oh, you didn't see my post to my Instagram?
Oh my God, I don't want to see that shit.
It's a positive one. It's a positive one.
I got to tell them to go in there, and my fellow black men, they're gonna be getting attacked.
Okay.
I'm having a good day. I ain't even fucking with it, no.
It's a good one. Okay. Babe, tomorrow.
Tomorrow what?
Tomorrow. All right, bye. I don't know what's going on, but like, why are my comments not moving? Why are my comments not moving down? Okay, it's going up. Let me go down. Okay, here we go. Okay. So I just wanted to show the Dusties what I mean when I say like get out here and compete. Okay, that is what it looks like. He said he's not waiting. He said he's not waiting on any elected officials. He's not waiting he's not even waiting for older black men to step up and do something. He wants to be the change. So he is embodying that in his community, and he's going out there and he's doing what he needs to do based off of what he feels needs to be done. He's not waiting on anyone. He's going and he's just doing it. And I would love to see more of this within black men. I would love to see more of this. This is a man with a plan. He knew exactly what he wanted. He knew exactly what he saw an issue, and he wanted to fix it within the community, and he wasn't waiting on anyone to do it. And he was putting the older men to shame because the man is only 21 years old. He's only 21. Yes, he looks very dumbfounded, lazy. What is the excuse if this 20-year-old man, black man, can go out and do all of this work for his people, but you got all these other men saying, oh, the white man holding me back. He even said it. And the number one thing that I preach on this platform is self. That is the number one thing that I preach on this platform is self. You guys can go and research who this man is. I just wanted to give an example, you guys. Go research who this man is. If you want to look more into it, but this is what I'm talking about. Now, I also want to show you guys a Dusty, because I just saw this, you guys. Lovely T just posted this to her Instagram. So let me show you what a dusty black woman looks like, because this is why girl code is dead. This is what's wrong within our community as well. Like, this is unacceptable. This is just straight up just unacceptable. Let me, if I can find it. Lovely. Where's her videos at? I know I just, let me show y'all. Maybe it was probably taken down. I wouldn't be surprised if it was taken down. You won't leave this video. I would not be surprised if it was taken down. It was literally that bad. I don't know. Anybody else follow Lovely T on Instagram? Because why all of a sudden I cannot find her Instagram? I know I follow her. Literally, she just posted it. Okay, did you guys see that video of that girl that was twerking in front of those little boys? I think her Instagram got deleted. They took it down. Literally, you guys, they took it down. That is how bad that video was. They took it down. I don't know if you guys caught that video, but it was just horrible. Did you guys see the girl that was twerking? That's a dusty woman. That is what she looks like. She's part of the problem as well. If you saw it, you saw it. I don't even know where the video came from. If you want to DM me the video, maybe I can show you guys that video later. But it was just unacceptable. Unacceptable. Yes, she's shadow. Okay, so she is shadow banned on IG. I even tried to put her name in my search engine. She would not come up. I tried to put her in my search engine under followers because I know I follow her or following, and she did not show up. Or maybe I was looking up under followers. But that was disgusting. If you saw the video, then you saw it. If you saw the video, then you saw it. But let's move on to this whole Derrick Jaxn situation. So I know you guys have been seeing what's going on. And what I really want to highlight is the nice guy bait and switch. And I really want to educate women on this because it could really save you from just so much BS, so much pain and heartbreak, because the nice guy typically will do this. He will bait you with the nice guy, and then he'll just switch up on you out of nowhere, and then you meet the real him, and then he has you emotionally attached to where now you're like, oh, well, maybe he's just going through a hard time, or maybe he is just going through something that he's not really talking about. Maybe you said something, or maybe you did something, or whatever. You didn't do anything. This man just baited you with the nice guy, and he switched up on you, and now you're seeing his true colors. And this is what I see when I see Derrick Jaxn. So I just wanted to highlight that today. I also wanted to speak briefly on his wife. And once again, we're seeing a Black woman all over social media being made fun of. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And it's really making me upset because I see even Black women are even doing it. Like everyone is making fun of this woman like she wasn't done wrong. Am I the only one that's feeling this way? People are making her a mockery. They're making memes, videos, all type of stuff. So if you guys don't know who Derrick Jaxn is, I mean, he is in the thumbnail. Right. And that's the thing. This woman needs to take accountability. She needs to take accountability because when you don't respect yourself, people don't respect you. And that's what we're seeing on social media. Because this woman lacked self-respect, she's being disrespected literally by the internet. By the internet. And this is why I say have self-respect, so others will feel obligated to respect you in the same manner that you respect yourself. And because she lacks that, the whole internet is just making fun of her. So I don't like that. I told you I don't like speaking on a woman's appearance because again, like to me, I don't see a woman that is just ugly. I don't see that. I see a woman that is broken, that lacks self-love, that's been hurt, that's gone through a lot within her life, and the last thing that she cares about is her appearance. That's what I see. That's what I see. Her beauty definitely has a lot of potential, but who cares? Like, you let yourself go when you're broken like that. Like, it is what it is. Like, you don't have time to be worrying about your beauty like that. Like, who cares? She's going through heartbreak and all type of stuff. So I don't like how I'm seeing the internet just make fun of this woman. Once again, a black man embarrasses or belittles or, you know, hurts a black woman, and somehow we end up being the butt end of the joke. And you have other black women partaking in it. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all, because I've been broken. I've been broken. Have you been broken? I've been broken. I've been broken to where I didn't care about my appearance. And that's just me being real. Like, I've been broken to the point where I did not care about my appearance. So I wanted to, this is the video I want to focus on, because this is the real, like, this is the real Derrick Jaxn. And when I say that, I'm saying it like, this is the real Derrick Jaxn. Like, this is who he is in truth. Even though clearly he's lying. Clearly he's lying. This is the real him. This is the real him. The one that is, you know, unsure of himself, is lying, being caught up in a lie. He knows he's been caught, but he feels like his arrogance, he has to defend himself. This is the real him, a liar. This is the video that I want women to focus on, because all these other videos are just super fake. This is the video that is real. You see a man that is stumbling over his words, speaking all over the place, because he's trying to find reasoning behind why he was caught. Not because he did wrong, but why he was caught. He is a liar. This is what the nice guy will do. He will bait you with the nice guy, the whole persona, and then he'll switch. So I want to show you this, and then I want to show you the other video that I watched. So this is the original. I don't know if you guys sat through the whole thing, but I mean, he just spoke in circles.
Cool. Let's just rock with it. First things first, man. It's going to be, I'm already knowing. I can already see in the comments. There's about 3 groups of people in here. The first group are what I call the bloodthirsties. The bloodthirsties are people that don't like me, never like me, been waiting on something, didn't even wait. Matter of fact, over these past 9 years, they even created a couple of things to try to get me caught up or try to have something against me. And now there's something semi-legitimate that has come out or come forward. So those people are here, and I want y'all to know, because I know, and I'm also not going to be speaking to them. Those people that hate me no matter what, hey man, you're entitled to whatever, but I'm not speaking to you. The second group of people, which is probably the minority of people, those people are those on the opposite extreme. Derrick can do no wrong. I don't care what Derrick is. Well, I won't.
This is my thing. This is my thing when it comes to him, his whole intro for me. Why are you defensive? Why are you defensive? You got caught. You did wrong. Why are you defensive? It's his arrogance for me. It's his arrogance for me. He wants to keep up this nice guy persona so bad to where he's so arrogant, he doesn't even realize how he looks guilty. And how are you, your opening is defensive. Like, how? You've been caught. How are you coming in here with an attitude like you didn't bring all of this on yourself? Am I the only one that didn't notice it? I'm like, why is he so defensive? So that was another red flag. When men are defensive like that, when they're deflecting like that, they have something to hide. And they're trying to gaslight you. And that's exactly what this live was. That's exactly what this live was about. Gaslighting. And this is exactly how he talks to his wife. And this is why she's in the condition that she's in. And when I say she's in the condition that she's in mentally.
I don't say necessarily that's group number 2, but the Derrick can do no wrong is absolutely false. Okay, I deserve to be held accountable. If I did something wrong, I'm not above no law. I'm not above getting checked. That just is what it is. Make sure that for me or anybody else, you're not idolizing nobody. All right, if you separate the man from the actions or whatever the case, that's fine. But I would rather you just kind of decide after you hear me speak. Let's see here. The third group is who I'm going to be speaking to. And that's going to be the people that say, D, you know, I find some value in what you do, whether I'm a supporter of your books, your videos, whatever, I find some value, but I got questions about where you're coming from with this stuff that you speak. You know, I got questions. What's going on? Do you walk it like you talking? Do you practice what you preach?
No, you don't.
So for that group of people, totally fair, legitimate concerns, expectations, questions to ask. Do I practice what I preach? I'm going to be talking to you guys tonight. So thank y'all all for being here. I think we've kind of caught up to that 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central time mark. So let's go ahead and get started.
This is my thing too. For the men that are on here, I just want to make this clear. I don't expect for men to be perfect, right? Because we're all sinners. We're all sinners. My issue is when you do wrong, you don't even try to correct your wrongs. You try to deflect. You try to somehow get out of it by lying, by gaslighting, by manipulating. Why not? If Derrick Jaxn would have came on here and was just real about it, if he was just real about it and said, yeah, I cheated on my wife. I cheated on my wife. It was the worst mistake I ever made. Like, I would respect him so much more, but because he came on here arrogant, defensive, trying to gaslight and manipulate the situation, that's what really made me turn off from him. It's not the fact that this man is not walking in this perfect image. It's the lack of awareness. Like, hey, I messed up. Let me own it. Let me walk in my truth. Let me be an example for other men. But no, he didn't do that. His arrogance wouldn't allow him to do that. So I don't expect for men to be perfect, but I do expect for them to correct their wrongs, because that's part of having integrity. Integrity is a man that is going to do right by you, even in the midst of his mistakes. Because when I say I want a man of integrity, that doesn't mean I want a man that's perfect. It just means that I want a man that if he makes mistakes, he's going to own those mistakes and he's going to do right by me in the middle or in the midst of those mistakes, whatever those mistakes are. Thank you so much. How do you pronounce your name? Is it Moshe? Hold on, let me go back up. Thank you for the $5. She said, I love your channel. I've started further applying my new mindset. Congratulations. That's so exciting. It's just how his whole approach is what really turned me off. It wasn't what he necessarily did. I mean, no, what he did was messed up. And then that's another thing. I think the main reason why a lot of women are upset is the 12 years. Like, he's not just I stepped out on my marriage. It's not I stepped out on my marriage. It's I cheated on my wife for 12 years. I think a lot of women have an issue with. They feel betrayed by that. Like, this whole time this man was making these videos, he was cheating on his wife. I think that's what his fans have an issue with. Let me see. Is he on live right now? Can I do that? Let me go see. Because I'll stop this video and go to the next one. Let's see. Because y'all done seen that already. But I just wanted to point that out. This video of him explaining himself, right? I think this is the real Derrick Jaxn that we're seeing for the first time. That's what I think. The liar, the manipulator, the gaslighter. I think that's who we're seeing.
So
is this him? Like the one, is this the video y'all talking about? Because then we can react to this together. Yeah, I think for a lot of women, it's the 12 years. This video, wow, so he really confessed? Yeah, like he basically cheated their whole marriage. 14 years together, but he cheated their whole marriage. Okay, let me go ahead and play it. Let's react to it together and see what he has to say now. I mean, the man just needs to stay off the internet, but this is his arrogance. This is his arrogance. And due to therapy, you guys, he is showing traits. And y'all know, he is showing traits of narcissism. Is he narcissistic? I'm not sure. But he's in defensive mode. Like it's almost like the perfect image is going. And so it's like, oh my gosh, like, it's like he's insecure. So let's play this.
This is not just another stream.
Let me go ahead and thumbs down the video. I'm not even gonna watch it first. Let me go ahead and thumbs down the video.
What's going on, guys? Derrick Jaxn here, and today I am joined by my lovely wife.
Okay, this is like
we just wanted to address a couple of things. You know, we understand that some of you may have already heard, maybe not, that this chapter of our marriage is one that was preceded by a marriage that I completely failed. And I would say it just started around August, maybe September of last year. But, you know, a lot has been said already about what was the cause and all that other stuff. Some of it is true. Some of it is completely false. But the truth is, and I'm saying it here now, is that Derrick Jaxn was involved with other women outside the marriage. For the same way that I preach, you know, men and women in this situation need to face consequences.
Girl, this is a mess.
Be held accountable. Guess what? Derrick Jaxn.
This is a mess. This is a mess.
From that. I'm also not a victim. Nobody made me do this. She didn't make me or push me to do it. The next person didn't make me. No friend influenced me. No matter how I was raised and with trauma or whatever. Look, I made decisions. I made a series of decisions that I got to account for. There's no excuse or justification. I've already made that bet and have had to lie in it. And now we're finally getting on to the other side personally in our own healing, in our own marital oneness. And now this is being made public to you guys.
He cannot be serious. Listen, if y'all support this man moving forward, I don't know what to tell you at this point. If y'all support this man moving forward, I will have to agree with black men as far as us taking an L. If y'all support this man moving forward, I have to agree with the men at that point. Because this is ridiculous. This is just ridiculous. He is utterly disgusting. I'm so disappointed because I would actually send people that I dated his videos and say, this is the kind of man I want, and you're not that. Definitely showing narcissistic characteristics for sure. Thank you so much. Not just a pretty face. I love that. Thank you so much for the $19.99. He is definitely. This is just. I'm disgusted. I mean, each day goes by, he just gets more disgusting to me.
So we're bringing that forth to you guys to let you know where we're at with that. But did you want to say anything?
Yes, so I do want to just add that I agree with what he just said. There is no justification for bringing other women into our marriage on any level. When I found out about it, I left. I did not.
She says she's a Leo. Listen here. When it comes to the Leos, because I know some of y'all got offended. Listen, it's the men that I don't really care for. It's the men that I don't really care for when it comes to Leo. It's not the women. I love the women. I don't know. It's just feminine Leos I love. But the masculine Leos, they love attention too much for me. They just love attention too much. And I think that's what it is. Like, they just love attention. Nothing wrong with it. I just don't feel like it's for me. Thank you, Angela Smith, for the $19.99. You didn't want to say anything? But I love Leo nature. I just don't feel like they're good in relationships. But Leos, I do feel are good people. It's just they love attention so much. They love to be seen. So I can't deal with that. It's just too much. Because I'm a low-key person and I'm like the complete opposite. I don't like attention like that.
Not hesitate or waste time to do so. And I stayed gone. No matter how many times he came, I stayed gone and stood firm on I am not coming back.
I just want to know who told this man this was a good idea.
Until I seen a shift and a change in his mentality. So there's nothing out there right now that is information that I don't already know about or have known about. And so this is not something that is new. We have moved forward from it. We have gotten counsel.
People are calling him a psychopath. Listen, I can't diagnose him, but girl, this is crazy.
Pursue God.
This is crazy.
Continuing to seek
this
guidance.
Is absolutely insane.
Wise counsel from men of God. So today, where I'm at is at peace, and I proudly stand by his side, and I have no hesitation. I have no hurt, no shame. I
also want to point out we're seeing two different men. Do you see the man with the orange hat? And then do you see the man that's in the video with his wife? That is not the same man. Am I the only one that's seeing that? It's the energy for me. It's the energy for me. We're not seeing the same man. Am I the only one that's noticing that?
We have already turned.
This is insane.
In this story, we are continuing to move forward, and we are just now sharing that with you. I forgave him, and most importantly,
this was a bad idea.
God has first forgiven him, and I also forgive the others as well. And with that, we are free and moving forward. So that's all I have.
If you get nothing else from what I've ever said over the last 9 years or right here in this video, please get this. Nothing is right until it is right with God. Nothing works until it comes into alignment with biblical standard of how God told us to do things, especially.
I just want to add this. Faith Live says, this is a bad idea, and destroyed his brand. Like, this is her payback looking like a homeless woman on camera. Is it? I'm really trying to understand, what is this about?
We're talking about a marital, spiritual covenant.
Yes.
You know, you cannot do this by your own understanding, your own intelligence.
Okay, when you gonna start talking?
Your own values. You have to have the grace of God to break free from certain things, to stay away from certain things, to not operate from your lowest self, whatever it may be. So, when I looked in the comments of this video, I don't know if old boy was trolling or not, but he said, D, I think I want to see a reaction to this video. So let's do it. And by the way, I'm going to speak in third person. A lot of you already.
What? Girl, this is a mess. This is kind of scary. Okay, what? And I'm going to talk in third person? It seems like you already do that, sir. Brandon Dove said, she said they already had counseling, but he didn't come clean until he was caught lying twice. Oh, see. Nope.
Seen this, but this is Derrick Jaxn. A lot of people think of him as a relationship expert and guru and all of that. Well, he and his wife are making this video because apparently at some point in their marriage, or maybe even beforehand in the relationship, he didn't take his own advice and he stepped out and he got involved with other women, as you heard them say. Now, upon first impression, nothing really stuck out to me about him, but more so about the wife. Like, I heard her say that she stands with her husband, she's proud to love him. I heard her say that, this is some time ago, they've already processed this, overcame this, dealt with this a long time ago, and nothing's really new to her. But just by her body language, I was really wondering, like, did he force her to do this video? Like, she looks super uncomfortable, like she doesn't want to be there. But then I watched their live chat that they did right afterwards, and, I kind of caught that this is just a part of her personality. So that kind of explains somewhat of her demeanor.
Oh my God, I'm yelling. He cannot be serious, y'all. He cannot be serious. I'm we being pranked. This is a prank. This is not real life. He cannot be serious right now. You guys, no. Who told him to do this?
You know, she clearly has a mind of her own if you saw the live chat too. And she said that the live chat even was her idea. So with that, cool. She wants to stand by her husband. She feels like he's worth it. She has that right. Now, as far as what he said, I understand and I completely applaud him taking accountability, because too many times we see dudes and they got this sob story about how they was raised and, you know, they...
Hold on, I don't know who said that. She said, how could he say that's his wife? Or how could he say that's that woman when that's his wife? Girl, let me tell you something else. He has yet to like confess his love for her to the world. Yet. Like I have yet to really see him like love, like show this love nature towards her, this genuine love nature towards her. It's always business savvy force. Like, I have yet to say, this is the love of my life. This is the woman that I want to be with. This is the woman that I want to stay committed to. He has not said any of that. He talks in third person to disassociate himself from his own mess. Weirdo energy for real. Yes. Quamoon? Okay. Aquarius is in the house. For all the Aquariuses, I love you guys. Girl, this is a mess. This is just, So imagine this makes sense about why his wife is in the condition that she's in mentally. And this is why I don't agree with the internet making fun of her appearance. You don't know what he's saying to her behind closed doors for her to even look the way that she does in physical form. You do not know. This is why I don't speak on women and their appearance, because you just don't know what they're really going through and what they're really dealing with. Jarrell Deshide, thank you for the $14.99. He said, I love your channel. I'm glad I never supported this man. Shaking my head. It's okay to agree, but it's suspicious for a man to agree with everything a woman says when you are a man. Facts. And this is why I only tuned in for certain things that I felt resonated with my life. And outside of that, I just never supported. But let's continue.
Broken home and the goldfish died and they never seen a marriage and all. He didn't do that. He just took accountability. But I hope he understands that all the accountability in the world is not going to rebuild broken trust. Not on a personal level, and even with the public that he's addressing. Like, even his most loyal supporters at this point will probably have a raised eyebrow from this point forward whenever he wants to condemn another man for something like this, and rightfully so. So hopefully he understands that. Every day I die over and over again. And I also thought it was very intriguing how he brought in God at the end. You know, I don't really hear him speak like that. So, you know, do it, God.
He monetized this video. He monetized. Did y'all see the ad? I saw the ad. Did y'all see the ad? I saw the ad. Did you see it? I saw he. Now wait a minute. Did y'all catch that?
God's way, or else it's going to fail.
Please
now,
unsubscribe.
If I saw that a
Do
couple
not
of
support
years
this
ago,
man.
I honestly would have called BS.
Please.
I honestly would have been like, nah, dude, like, you can't use God as a scapegoat. You know, as if you not having Jesus is why you did what you did. Like, if Jesus was there with you when you was with those other women, Jesus is just for you. That's not how. Like, who are you kidding? But now I have a relationship with God for myself, so I hear things a little bit differently. And what I heard whenever he said that was that, you know, when you go into a godly commitment, which marriage is supposed to be, you can't lean on your own understanding. You can't do it by yourself. You can't do it by your own willpower, your own good intentions and vows and love for a person. If you go into a godly commitment, you have to lean on God. You have to do things like to God's standard. You have to rely on God's grace. That's the only way you're going to be able to do it for the long term. And that I can personally relate to. Now, regardless, whether you like them, love them, or hate them, I think this is a great example as to why we don't need to be putting anybody on the pedestal. Nobody. And I think a lot of women did that. And I'm not even going to say it's the women's fault by themselves, because this dude, he never really showed his struggle. You know, we understand, we're all humans and we all make mistakes.
No. this man did not. No, this man did not just sit up here and say, we placed him on a pedestal and try to place the blame on women. Did he really just, but he was liking it when we were doing it though. He got that money and he got that bag from us doing it though, but now it's our fault. This kid, you guys, the only way Black women collectively, I could agree with men and say we will take this L is if you continue to support this man. Seriously. He needs to really, because let me tell you something. If you want this man to really feel the consequences of his actions, you won't support him because his wife is in no condition to hold him to those consequences. But we can surely do that. We can surely do that, but she won't. So if you really want him to face the consequences of his actions, you will not support this man. And if you bought his book, return it. You can take it back. Because the only way Black women collectively can take this L is if we continue to support this man. That's the only way.
But he never showed those mistakes, not for real. I think he wrote about it or something like that. But he never showed that side, so it's not really all on the women. But I've seen a lot of women put this dude on the pedestal to the point of idealizing him and even comparing their man to him. Like, they'll compare their man's good, bad, and ugly whole story to Derrick Jaxn's snippet. You know, which is, of course, a standard nobody can meet consistently. That's like a dude taking a picture of another woman who's in shape and she got a 4-pack and, you know, she just beautiful and all of that stuff and her body's just super tight, and him comparing his woman to that woman because his woman got a couple extra pounds from having a baby. Meanwhile, he don't know that woman in the picture may not even be able to have children. She may be struggling with that and coping with it by working out 2-3 times a day. She may have an unhealthy body image, and that's why she works out obsessively and consistently and looks so good. Like, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's healthy. I don't think it's wise to ever idealize somebody or compare them. Like, not only because somebody can be living a double life, which I don't think is quite the case here, according to his wife, behind the scenes, without anybody knowing. Of course, this part ain't gonna blow up, but he's.
Yeah, I am shocked. Did he really just say that? Sir, you haven't been living a double life? Girl, the nerve. I am really shocked. And do you see why his wife is in the condition that she's in? And the internet wants to make fun of her. This man is insane. Did he really just say he wasn't living a double life, but he was cheating on his wife for 12 years? And had a whole bachelor pad and took women there and she knew nothing about that? You know what?
He's been putting in the work to kind of reconstruct.
The truth ain't in him. The truth is not in him.
I don't think it's a double life thing, but you don't know.
It's the principle for me at this point. Yes, when it comes to Derrick Jaxn's videos, there were things that were helpful to me. But it's the principle now. It's not even the messenger. Like, it's the principle at this point. Because he's so arrogant. And how much you want to bet he's going to upload another video and another video and another video because he's that arrogant?
Know what struggle somebody has behind the scenes. You don't know their shortcomings. You don't know where they're falling short. So it's just not wise to compare, on any level. Nonetheless, I know some people will see this type of video, even though he's come forward and he's been completely honest. Some people are just going to close the book on D. Some people are going to close the book on this dude and say, you know what? I'm done with you. Cancel you. Cancel culture. Come here. I'm more so on the side of his wife. And just basically letting this be a new chapter of how I see her. Because I do believe that his content over the years has helped a tremendous amount of people. You know, he tells the truth. He speaks facts. And quite honestly, I'm going to be real with y'all, I've needed several new chapters in my own life. Lord knows. And I'm not ashamed.
When I get my FabFit Fun Box, I know it's going to be...
You guys, this is a mess. This is a mess. This is a mess. Do you see why you don't speak on a woman's appearance? Because you just really don't know what she's going through. I know what a broken woman looks like, and she's broken. She wants to get on here and talk about she's healed. That's because he has her believing that. He has her believing that. This is a mess.
But I'm no guru. Those are just my thoughts. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. And by the way, he has a book detailing how he and his wife overcame all of this in their private lives. It's called Heal Together Without Hurting Each Other. So if you're in a situation like this, you want to let God in to totally restore it better than new, click the link down in the bio or up in the bio in the caption. I got a 50% off deal for you guys who are watching this video right now. But yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments. I'll let y'all later. Y'all be good. Peace. What's going on, guys?
What an arrogant bastard. What an arrogant man. What an arrogant man. And let me tell you something else. I said it once and I will say it again. The only reason this man had great advice was because he was giving advice on who he was off of social media. And even one of his mistresses, I can't even talk, y'all. Even one of the girls he was sleeping with, she even came forward and said, I felt like the video you just recently did was about me.
What's going on, guys? Derrick Jaxn.
I just want to read these comments because I'm intrigued at this point. And here, is she black? A black woman defending this mess. Somebody finally said it. That third person BS ain't it, bro. Who told him to do that? Who told him to do that? Sugar Mafia said, this is the reason why. Hold on. I just lost you. Let me go back up. This is the reason why I unfollowed him years ago. After he cursed out a few of his fans for no reason, the ego is on another planet. I love your, by the way, Aries season is here. Honey, happy birthday. Thank you so much. Yes, like his ego is out of this world. I told you what narcissism is. It's an ego that is just not average. Like it's an ego that is just on steroids. Now, is he narcissistic? I really would love for a professional, a psychiatrist or a psychologist or someone to evaluate this man to tell us whether or not he really is or not. If you guys see a video like that on YouTube, please DM me because I would love to know. Because I feel like mental illness, it runs rampant within the Black community because people don't go get checked. They just live and they don't think anything is really truly wrong with them. But I don't know. That was very weird. Black Beauty said, I never have supported this man. I saw his dust coming a mile away. Also, God is about to send him a cease and desist. He better leave God alone. Okay. Better say that. Listen, God don't play. God do work in mysterious ways, but he don't be working like this. That's the devil that be doing that type of stuff. God don't condone none of this at all. I can tell you that. That is just a mess. I also wanted to talk about his wife, you guys. And once again, I feel like Black women, when it comes to dealing with a dusty man like this, and yes, he's a dusty. No, Derrick Jaxn is not he's not a Pookie. He's not a Ray Ray. Like he's actually an educated lame that, Black men would label him. He's like the nice guy. He's the guy that our fathers would tell us to date, right? But he ended up cheating on this girl. He's the Christian man that they would tell us to date, right? But he ended up being a dusty because he's not faithful. He's not a man of his word. To me, I don't really feel like he may be a man of God, but he doesn't live his lifestyle in that way. So in my opinion, it's just like, well, who are Black women supposed to date if even the nice guy, the God-fearing man, is a dusty? Like, who are we going to date? Who? We can't go for the nice guy Pookie and Ray Ray, they nodded. Who are we going to date? Who? Like it's really getting ridiculous at this point because I just want to know like who we gonna date? Princess Cherry on top said, "Girl, I'm sorry. This is why I don't believe that God was ever a he." Date a realist. Listen, it's just at this point you need to vet everyone the same, and I've been saying that. I don't care if the man is white, black. I don't care if you're dating a woman. You need to vet people nowadays. People be on some other stuff. And I said what I said. Because I be having lesbians on here too. And I be hearing tea about same-sex couple relationships. And y'all be going through it too. I really feel like it's people nowadays. You should really read the book, All About Love by Bell Hooks. We're living what she spoke about in that video. I mean, in that book. Okay, what happened to my other tab? Oh, here it is. I mean, since I got y'all's time, I mean, let me show y'all some other stuff. Hold on. Let me try to find it. Because this is a mess. Because, listen, ooh, that is a mess, y'all. I cannot believe he really did that. I want to know who gave him the green light on that one. I also want to show you some other things in this video where he was with his wife. It's like, oh my gosh. Like, this is just so sad. This is what really turned me off from the situation. This video right here. And I think this is what really turned off a lot of women. But let me show you guys this. Can we please not make fun of this woman? Please, can we not make fun of her? I'm really not for that. I'm really not. Like, it's not a front. It's not, ooh, she trying to be nice. No. I've been a broken woman. Like, I have a woman in my life right now that's broken. And when I see her, and this is a woman that I really love and care about, I see his wife. And it hurts me. Like, I can get emotional about it. Like, seriously. So please, like, my eyes are starting to water already just thinking about it, because when I see her, I see a woman that's broken. Like, she doesn't care about her outer appearance. She's defending a man that's abusing her. They clearly have some type of emotional bond, toxic emotional bond of some kind. And it's heartbreaking to see. And then you have the internet that is judging her from the outside looking in. They're judging her from a surface level. And it's like you don't know her story. And you only know the story that he's giving her to say. And it's just, and then when you go to her Instagram, it's just very depressing. So can we not make fun of her? I just want to talk about the situation without speaking on her appearance. Okay. There's just nothing funny about the situation to me. Okay.
Oneness. And now this is being made public to you guys, so we're bringing that forth to you guys to let you know where we're at with that. But did you want to say anything?
Yes, so I do want to just add that I agree with what you just said. There is no justification for bringing other women into our marriage on any level. And it was unacceptable. And it's not something that I tolerate or that we tolerate moving forward. And when I've been flooded again with messages and these things and about, I need to leave or why haven't I left? And the answer is, when I found out about it, I left. I did not hesitate or waste time to do so. And I stayed gone no matter how many times he came.
But you came back.
And stood firm on, I am not coming back. And
but you still came back.
Come back until I seen a shift and a change in his mentality and how he carried himself and how he presented himself and and conversations that we were able to have that we had.
Now, this is my thing when she said she saw a shift in his behavior. This is one thing that I've learned about men, and I've learned this about men through my brothers. I have 2 brothers. I have a father. And only time can really show you a man's shift in behavior. If this man was cheating for 12 years and he was cheating the whole time you guys were married, it has not been enough. The time has not, there has not been enough time that has passed by, period. I don't care what no one says. She has not been gone long enough. He has not. And then she came in and she saved the day. She played Superwoman for him to save his brand. She was not gone long enough. When I tell women to walk away, I truly believe in that statement because it's a power move. And the power move is you flexing that this is your power as a woman. But when you give in so easily, you lose that little power move that you just made. So I don't feel like she was gone long enough. I felt like she was gone enough for him to, change his ways temporarily, but he was going to be back on what he was on prior, because a man that's cheating on you for 12 years, that takes counseling. I'm talking on years. That separation probably needed to last a year to 2 years to even consider taking him back on a serious note, in my opinion, because a man that's cheating for 12 years, that's living a double life, needs some serious counseling. Not counseling that you get for like a few months and then you see a change in his behavior, an act, because men love to put on an act and they can do it very, very well, especially the nice guy, The bait and switch is a real thing. And that is what he's known for. He's known for the bait and switch. So she's saying that all of these great things about him, but when is that switch going to happen? Because it's going to happen. And I just want to know, when is it going to happen? When is this switch going to happen? After everything calms down and everything goes back to normal? Because, he's kissing her, he's kissing her butt right now because he's in the hot seat. But if things calm down, things go back to normal, he's going to be doing exactly what he was doing prior to all of this, especially if he feels like he can get away with it. Natasha said, I just cannot. This man had his face in other women's cat, thank you, then was coming home, kissing you in the mouth and laying on y'all's pillows. Like, the disrespect is just too much. He's clearly in control. Clearly. Thank you for the $9.99. He's clearly in control. A man that cheats on you for 12 years, there's no way you guys can mend that relationship that quick. Healing takes time. Real healing takes time. Healing does not just happen like that. It takes time. And also, this is a woman that's probably going to also be suffering from PTSD. Because you have to wonder how many times he's talking to her and she's probably questioning, well, is he telling me the truth this time? All this self-doubt that she probably has within herself and based off of the things that he's telling her. So no, I don't believe this whole heal together, don't hurt each other. It's a bunch of bull crap. Healing takes time. And trust me, I know all about it. Anyone that's on here that's taking on a healing journey, it's not something that's short-term. It's not something that's short-lived. It's a thing that, you have your good days and you have your bad days. You have your days where you want to just break down and cry, and then you have your days where you feel on top of the world. But it's just, I'm healed. No, that's not what real healing is. It takes time. It takes real growth, and you can't grow within a few months. He was cheating in 2019. Come on. And a 14-year relationship where he spent 12 of those years cheating. And then he was married to you and he spent the whole marriage cheating, and you think he's going to heal within a year to a few months? Healing it's a lifelong journey. It's beautiful, you guys. I recommend it to everyone. Do the work, do the internal work. Don't even use God as a crutch. Use God as motivation, but don't use God as a crutch. Use God as motivation to move you forward. But I really feel bad for his wife, because a broken woman is a woman that no longer cares about her appearance, A broken woman is a woman that no longer cares about her beauty. And no one is saying that she has to look like a top model or anything like that. But like, there's this darkness behind her eyes. There's no spark there. There's just emptiness. And I see that when I look at her, there's just emptiness behind her eyes. And that's how I know she's a broken woman. In her energy, you know, it's all in her shoulders. There's no confidence in just her posture and how she carries herself. I also feel like she wrote these books too. That's a whole nother conversation. I feel like she funded his lifestyle. I felt like she helped him write these books. I felt like he used her as a mule, not a mule, but as a muse, and probably as a mule as well. So I'm just not here for this. And to the Black women that are out here, you know, making fun of her, thinking it's a joke, wait until it's you. Just wait until it's you. Just wait until the shoe is on the other foot. From her IG, this woman is broken. Her trauma is deep. Yes, because I saw how she spoke on her childhood. But she said her trauma is deep, even from her childhood, and he lives in her weaknesses and brokenness. God doesn't want this for her. Struggle is not love. And another thing that I want to point out, thank you for the $9.99. But another thing that I want to point out is that men who like to manipulate you, they prey on your insecurities. They prey on your trauma. Yeah, that's fine. No, you're good. They prey on your trauma. So that's why I'm always telling you guys, go heal. So when you meet someone, you are not allowing a man to use your trauma to manipulate you. She is broken, point blank and period. What wasn't taken from her. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. What wasn't taken from her behind the scenes is draining from the public embarrassment. I agree. Thank you, beautiful brown baby doll. I love your content. Thank you for the $14.99. It's really sad. And another thing, this Black woman right here is what I see within the older generation of Black women. And this is what I don't want for the younger generation of Black women. I don't want you guys to be her. And it's not in a way of you don't want to be her as far as like her appearance. You don't want to be in her situation. You don't want to be in a relationship where the only way you can really get love out of a man is depending on how tolerable you are to his BS. You deserve to be loved without all of these expectations for you to endure and endure and endure and endure and endure to where you are just left broken, to where you don't even know who you are anymore. You look in the mirror, you don't even know who you are. All Black women never leave toxic relationships. Wait, because there's a man in here. Let me see what he has to say. They stay and get cheated on. And we're trying to change that because we are groomed. I hate to say it. I love the church. I do. And I love the people of the church. But we are groomed to stay in toxic relationships. We are groomed to endure. We are groomed to just deal with it, pray about it, and just keep on going. And that is why the older generation is the way, that is why they are the way that they are. And I still have love and respect for the older generation because they taught me based off of what they went through, that's not something that I want for myself. So I just want women to understand that, like, you deserve to be in a relationship where it's not based off of what you've endured. And you have to run from men that say, well, she was there for me. Like, when men get asked a question like, well, why do you love her? And then the only thing he talks about is, well, she was there for me when I went through this. She helped me with this. And this is, it's all about what you endured, what you did for him. But it's not love. That's not love. That's all about you tolerating all of his different phases and milestones. And so he's like, I guess she can get my love now. I don't like that. Run from men like that. Do not stay with men like that, where they feel like the only way you can get his love is based off of what you go through with him. That's insane. Kai said something about him holding her hand doesn't feel right to me. Yeah, it just seems very forced. And I think the reason why she didn't show up in the first video was because she didn't want any parts of it. And I don't know what he said to get her on camera, but clearly I don't think she really wanted to get on camera. Sugar Mafia said, unfortunately, she expressed she suffered from low self-esteem since 3 years old. Wow. And it's an ongoing battle with herself. Sadly, I keep saying, love yourself. And this is why I want women, particularly Black women, when you get on the dating scene, please, before you even consider getting on the dating scene, level up, do the internal work, build your confidence, be sure of yourself, because men love to prey on weak women. And when you go onto the dating scene, they look for that weak woman that they can prey on to take advantage of. So build yourself up, because when it comes to this whole femininity movement, it's truly about doing the internal work. It's not about the makeup, it's not about the weave, it's not about the dresses. It's about building yourself up so that you're worthy of a high quality man, so that you are aware of the dusties. Because if you are doing the internal work, you will become easily aware of the dusties because they don't match your energy. You're vibrating so high to where they do not match your energy. So please do the internal work. Like it really is life or death. And I know the femininity movement was so mainstream to where people thought that it was about dresses, makeup, men, and, you know, fancy cars and clothes, but it's really not. It's about self, and it's about building yourself up to where you attract a better quality energy. And I have to say energy into your life. Even for the same sex women on here, you will attract better quality women into your life if that is what you're into. But you have to do the work. You have to do the work. You have to do the work. And I'm not saying that when you do the work, when you tap into your femininity, that all of a sudden the dusties just stop coming. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you're putting yourself in a place energetically to where you are receiving better. You are receiving better within your life, and you're inviting that into your space energetically, spiritually. Whew. Yeah, this is a woman that's been brainwashed, lied to, manipulated. She's just going through a lot. And I just wish the internet wouldn't, I just wish they wouldn't speak on her appearance. She's going through enough. You know, like she's already insecure. Do you need to break her more at this point? Can we not do that? Can we not do that? She's going through enough. Mia Blackshear said, you can't give what you don't have. That is facts. You have to take care of self and love yourself in order to give. Correct. You cannot pour from an empty cup. An empty cup. So she also said, wait, Beautiful Brown Baby Doll said, and it's about you, your energy. Yes. Not just the attraction of others. It will naturally attract. And I keep telling women that because people keep telling me or asking me, well, how do you attract, you know, a high value man, or how do you attract men who offer you things? You offer yourself things. You offer yourself a life that you feel you deserve. And that's another thing. Some women don't feel like they deserve a certain life. And if you don't feel like you deserve a lifestyle within yourself, don't expect for others to offer that to you. You have to really believe that you deserve this particular lifestyle. So if you feel like you deserve a life of luxury, then treat yourself like that. Embody that. Have that mentality where you really feel like you deserve that. Gregory, he says, stuff like this makes me scared for my daughter. Her bringing a man like this around and me giving her / him my approval. And it won't be hard to do because this man is educated. He has a lot going from himself, you know, from a surface level, but who he is mentally is not good. And me giving her / him my approval because he's a good talker, then her getting taken advantage of like this woman. Exactly. It's a very, very scary thing. Very, very scary. But I need women to understand not every man that you meet deserves to be in your emotions. These Dusties come on my platform all day, every day. They are never in my emotions. When you allow a man in your emotions, they control your life. And this is why you have to be careful. I'm not saying be so guarded to the point where you're not allowing love to come into your life. I'm saying don't just allow any old body into your emotions. Guard your emotions. Guard your emotions. Protect yourself. Because it's not always physical. Sometimes it's mental and it's emotional as well, because that's how we become attached. So you have to guard that. You have to guard that. And on that note, I'm going to log out, you guys. I just wanted to talk to you guys and give my opinion on this. I was supposed to do this live with Mademoiselle, but I FaceTimed her today and our schedules were just not matching up. And I wanted to get this out here because I know a lot of you guys were waiting on this and wanting to get my opinion on this. But we just couldn't link up. But I'm sure we'll link up on some other topics and things like that. But I just wanted to give my 2 cents. You know, it's not worth much. But can we not break this woman any further? I think she's been through enough. So you guys enjoy the rest of your nights, and you guys should see me on YouTube probably Thursday. I'll have a new uploaded video. So bye, guys.